Tonight on Newswatch 18, hear all the information you need to know about Residence Hall Week.
And hear how the Iowa State military drill team did in their competition over the weekend.
One of Fred Hoiberg's key players for next year is heading to an elite skills academy over the summer. I have the whole story later and more on your Cyclone Sports Update. Stay tuned, you're watching Newswatch 18.
This is Newswatch 18. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Newswatch 18. I'm Tyler Tweeten.
And I'm Amanda Claphan. Thanks for joining us. Finals are approaching fast, but there is still a few things left to celebrate. Residence Hall Week is this week, continuing into the weekend. There are events from free massages, a dance in Friley windows, and fireworks on Saturday night. If you live in a residence hall, stop by the many events and help celebrate living on campus.
Information technology staff at Iowa State University have discovered a breach affecting 5 departmental servers on campus. An analysis revealed the compromised servers contained social security numbers of 29,780 students enrolled at Iowa State between 1995 and 2012. There's no evidence of any of the data files that were accessed, and there was no student financial information in the records. These servers were hacked by an unknown person or persons who intended to generate enough computing power to generate bitcoins. Bitcoins are a type of digital money that can be used to buy merchandise anonymously. Another 18,949 students' IDs were compromised, but these exposures it actually poses no threat to the financial security of the students.
The Ames Public Library has finally set a reopening date. The Board of Trustees has scheduled the reopening for Sunday, September 14th. This will include a celebration for the community and other events that will be up on the website for viewing. Many new renovations went into the building and the whole community was involved. Look forward to new furniture, furnishings, software systems, and more on September 14th.
New teachers deal with many challenges during their first year in the classroom, which is why some school districts develop mentoring programs to help ease the transition. But a new Iowa State University study found that instead of helping beginning teachers, these programs tend to hinder the teacher's ability to develop their educational style, making it difficult for them to promote a successful classroom atmosphere. Lori Ihrig, a graduate of Iowa State School of Education, followed 10 new secondary science teachers during the first 2 years of their careers to study their teaching practices and found that having a mentor often harmed new teachers' progress due to the mentors having direct contact with higher-ups such as administrators and principals.
The Ames Police would like help in identifying some of the people involved in the riot during Visha Week. They have posted pictures on their Facebook page hoping to figure out who these people are. Policeman Jeff Huff says that these students will not necessarily be charged, they just want to talk to them and see if they were involved. The level of cooperation so far has been great, Huff says. They're hoping to have the students identified by the end of the semester.
Des Moines police are saying that the shooting death of on Monday evening of a 4-year-old girl appears to be an accident. Police say the child was in her home with her parents and younger siblings at the time of the accident. Gun safety advocates say the little girl's death is preventable. There is a law that makes it illegal for a loaded gun to be accessed by a child under the age of 14. There are also a variety of gun locks and gun safes available at local gun stores. According to Mike Sporer, owner of the JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale, he even gives away gun locks for free. According to Sergeant Halifax, questions such as why the gun was where it was and how the shooting happened are still unanswered.
Negotiations continue between conference committees from both chambers of the Iowa legislature over tuition freeze for in-state students at Iowa State for the 2014-15 school year. The Board of Regents have asked for a $44 million increase to be added to the $652 million funding request for Iowa State for the tuition freeze last year. If the bill successfully goes through this year, this would mark 3 years in a row for a tuition freeze, a first since 1975.
The Cyclone drill team brought back silver after competing in the Great Plains drill competition over the weekend. Iowa State also took silver in the overall endurance portion. Iowa State took gold in the flexed arm hang pull-ups, took bronze in log sit-ups, placed second in the stretch relay, captured gold in the dizzy izzy, placed fourth in tug-of-war, and was awarded second in boots and oots relay, and also the 500-yard swim. The Cyclone drill team competed against the Minnesota Gophers, the Kansas Jayhawks, and the host of the event, the University of Nebraska-Lincoln Cornhuskers.
Adam Schwartz has been named director of the U.S. Department of Energy's Ames laboratory operated by Iowa State University. Schwartz currently serves as division leader of the Condensed Matter and Materials Division at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. He also coordinates LLNL's projects for the Critical Matters Institute, a $120 million energy innovation hub led by the Ames Laboratory. Schwartz will begin his duties in Ames this summer on June 2nd.
And now we're joined by Travis at the desk. Travis, I hear George Niang already has plans for this summer.
Yes, he will be heading to New Jersey in June. I've got that story more after the break. Stay tuned. You're watching Newswatch 18. Welcome back to Newswatch 18. I'm Travis Cammon with your Cyclone Sports Update. Basketball season may be over on the court, but for Iowa State forward George Niang, his offseason is getting started early. The sophomore forward has been invited to the Nike Elite Youth Basketball Big Man Skills Academy held in Union, New Jersey, fresh off a season where he averaged 16.7 points and 4.5 rebounds per game, while earning Big 12 third-team honors. Niang will be one of 10 big men chosen in all of college basketball to attend the exclusive camp. Niang was quoted for saying he plans on taking advantage of this opportunity and he plans to keep working and become the best that he can be. The women's golf team will prepare for the Big 12 Championship in Austin, Texas, beginning on April 25th. The number 24 ranked Cyclone women have finished in the top 4 in each of the last 4 seasons, finishing 3rd last season, the team's best mark since the formation of the Big 12 Conference. With 4 top 125 finishes and multiple top 10 finishes and the spot in the NCAA Regional already secured, the team has perhaps its best chance to win the Big 12 Championship in years. The ISU women's softball team played a doubleheader today against South Dakota and were able to come out with a narrow 6-5 win in the first game. After trailing 4-1 after 5 innings, the Cyclones battled back at the top of the 6th inning, scoring 2 runs to make it a 4-3 game. South Dakota would homer in the next inning, increasing their lead to 2 runs. Iowa State would have an answer, however, as Rachel Hartman hit a 2-run home run to tie the game at 5-all. Then, in the bottom of the 7th, with 2 outs and a runner on third, junior Lexi Slater singled to left field to bring home Maddie Reese home and secure the victory for ISU. In the second game, Iowa State was not so fortunate, however. Iowa State took the lead early, but South Dakota battled back en route to a 12-3 victory. The Cyclones held a 2-0 lead heading into the 4th inning, but the Coyotes scored 3 runs in the frame, giving them a 3-2 lead that they would not relinquish for the rest of the game. The Cyclones women's tennis team ended its Big 12 season on a high note this past weekend with a 5-2 victory over West Virginia. The Cyclones scored points from number 2 and number 3 double spots, where Anna Gasparovic and Megan Cassens teamed together for the victory, and Lydia Green and Carolyn Anderson won by default. Samantha Badai and Talisa Merchers picked up individual dual wins to secure the victory for Iowa State. The team will now prepare for the Big 12 tournament scheduled to begin on April 24th in Fort Worth, Texas. And that's all I have for your Cyclone Sports Update. Stay tuned for more news after the break. You're watching Newswatch 18.
It was not any ordinary Easter this morning in St. Louis County in Missouri. Authorities say an ice cream truck turf war turned criminal when an ice cream truck operator got cut off by another ice cream driver who allegedly threatened him. Witnesses say the second driver started damaging the first driver's truck, music siren, and merchandise. The first driver says he has had the same route for 7 years, and the second driver wanted to take his route over. Where it gets interesting is both of the drivers work for the same company. The victim says he will continue on his route and the other driver may lose his job. And that's all we have for tonight's edition of Newswatch 18.
Be sure to join us on Thursday for our last show of the year for more Cyclone news, weather, and sports.
Have a great night, Ames.